Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Underrail. And on this episode, we are going to be continuing where we left off. Now, in between this episode and the last episode, I did a few things which we'll go over here in a second. But for those of you who missed the last episode, we have been over here in the GMS compound. We're doing Gorsky's mission. He wants us to go down and find a key to open up, or a key card, I should say, to open up this lock over here on the side. He's standing over here. You can't quite see him because we're too far away. But we cleared out the first floor. We went down one more floor and then down to the third floor. Actually, I think it's the fourth floor. This is second. This is the third. And we're going to enter combat here in a second, but we're not actually fighting on the third floor. We're going to be fighting on the fourth one. And to tell you guys what I ended up doing is I came down here and I figured, you know what? I'll go ahead and kill a couple of the robots because there's 3 of them down here, and I'll show you how to kill one of them. But while I was doing this, I figured maybe some of you guys actually might want to see how this is done. Like, what's the best way to kill robots if you absolutely have to. Now, when you come down here, the battle's already begun. They're going to hit me here a few times. Hopefully not going to do too much damage to me. As you can see, I've whittled them down to almost no damage whatsoever. I mean, no health whatsoever left on them. But each one of them has anywhere from 2 to 3 grenades that incapacitate you. Plus, they have the taser if you get right up on top of them. If you're using melee weapons, that's going to be a problem. But if you're just going to shoot them, the grenades is what they're used. They'll throw them at you, and if you get lucky and you have 2 of them on you, which, you know, not really that lucky, but if you have 2 of them on you and you get lucky and they both throw a grenade on you at the same time, you can only be incapacitated once. It's not like it's going to add on to it. And the moment they shoot you, it breaks that incapacitation. So what I actually had get pretty lucky is the first one would throw a grenade on me. He'd incapacitate me after he shot me a few times. The second one would then go with his turn, and he'd shoot me and wouldn't have a grenade left, or would throw a grenade and it would fail, and then I wouldn't be incapacitated for that turn. So that was kind of a nice little, lucky chance that happened. But if you come down here and you get these guys, you just need to survive the first, 3 or 4 encounters attacking these guys. You're not going to do any attacks whatsoever. They're going to incapacitate you again and again and again, and you just want to survive long enough to go right back upstairs, run back to town, and heal up. What they actually ended up doing was taking my life all the way down to like 1 or 2 hit points each and every time, and I would just barely survive. But I knew eventually they'd run out of grenades, so that is kind of the technique you want to use. Now, my aim shot seems to do the most damage on these guys, so that is what we're going to use. I'm going to see if we can maybe kill one of these off. There we go. He is dead. Now, I am going to leave the area. Now, you might be wondering, why am I leaving the area? Well, I can use my suppression weapon, or suppression skill, the action. Unfortunately, it sucks really, really bad against these guys. It uses a lot of ammo and doesn't really do any damage to them, to be honest. The only skill that I have that seems to do any damage whatsoever is my aim shot. Of course, if you're a mage, or at least you have psionics of any kind, there are a few of them out there that do a fair, decent amount of damage. So what I would suggest with this build, if you're going down the same path that I am, use your aim shot, and when you can't use it anymore, leave the screen and then come back. Even though they're going to get that first initial hit, that first round of shots on you, it's better than waiting 3 or 4 turns before you can use your aim shot again. And if you're not using your aim shot and you're just using your regular bullets, you're going to go through a lot more of them, and it's not really worth it for you. Bullets are expensive, and there's not efficient. And sometimes you come down here and he doesn't get the first shot, so that's kind of nice as well. So let's see if we can go ahead and kill this guy off with a 1 shot. Not quite. So let's see. I guess we're just going to try hitting him. I think it's only going to do like 1 damage. It's not going to be worth it. See, like 1 damage is just really, really pathetic, and it just uses up all my freaking ammo. But we're going to see if we can maybe finish him off. There we go. 1 to 3. That's horrible. Horrible. But we killed them finally, and they are just absolutely decimated. We got 6 scraps of electronics, 10 scraps for middle, and we have 9 rounds of 9 rounds of 9mm standard rounds right there. So we'll take all of that, and then I'm going to save it, just because that was a good 20 minutes setting that up, running back to base, running over here, running back to base, over and over and over again. Now, is it safe to stay down here? Absolutely not. There is still 1 more, maybe 2 more down here that are roaming around, doing their thing. So what we're going to do is go up into the shafts, continue clearing this area out, And if we do run into the other guy, I'll show you, the best way to kind of clear that out and just to try to catch that on camera. Although, even with just one, again, they do stun you twice at least, sometimes more than that, and that's gonna really wreck your day, guys. Absolutely wreck your day. Let's see, can we kill this guy in one shot? Apparently, it doesn't want to use burst. Oh, this is gonna be a waste, but let's see if we can do it. There we go. Wow, I love the damage, guys. It doesn't do tremendous amounts, but it does so much of it in the sense that it does, 5, 6, 7 shots at once. That's not something I really ever used with my mage. In fact, to be honest, my mage build, because he was so overpowered, I know I compare this guy to the mage all the time, but he was the last build that I did. So, and really the only build that I ever had that absolutely decimated guys, and so that's why I compare it to that. But, he never really used his weapon, like, ever. It was very, very rare that he would, pull out either his melee weapon or anything else for that matter. So I kind of like comparing him to him because this is such a different playthrough. But fantastic. I absolutely like the fact that you can come through the game, play it several times. Wow, that's pretty nice. 26 tailoring, 33 quality. You can come through the game several times and get a unique perspective on it all over again, even though you already know what's coming. You know what to expect in certain areas, and yet it's completely different because of the character you chose to play. Now I'm going to leave this area alone for now. We're going to come over here and make sure that we search everything that these vents have to offer before we go down there, because as you guys remember, there were a few guys over here we killed. I didn't search anything in here while we were gone. I didn't want to do that off camera and let you guys miss anything, because some of you may be wondering how many rat hounds are in these ventilation shafts. Can I take that on with whatever build that you're going for? And you will know what your own limits are. You will know that, oh, okay, I can only take on 4 before I need to heal up, or I can only take on 5 before I need to run back to town and, get the doctor to take a look at my corpse, or what's almost left of my corpse, I should say, because they've done so much damage to you. 25 biology. We don't have the skill to do that. I think I need to put a couple points into biology just so I can make a little bit extra cash, because, oh man, I went through a lot of my 7.62 rounds there. I think probably around 60 rounds just to take those 2 robots out. I could have done it with less if I had realized that my suppression wasn't really cutting it, wasn't really doing any damage whatsoever, and just came in every so often and used my aim shot. I probably could have gone away with maybe 10 or 15 rounds that way, but I would have to have run back to town a lot more often, leaving and coming back, because they usually get that initial first hit, and when they do that, it's just, one or two shots from those guys really hurts, but when they incapacitate you, there's nothing you can do about it. You're just going to take those hits. You're going to have to stand there. And the worst part is when they, stun you at the end of your turn, or at the end of their turn at the beginning of yours, and you have to hit that space bar. You have to just end your turn because there's nothing you can do about it. I really wish I could give you better advice, like a piece of equipment to be wearing, but I don't even know if there is a piece of equipment that will stop you from getting stunned. If there is, I've never found one, so you're not going to get it this early in the game for sure. But if there is a piece of equipment out there, definitely, leave that down in the comments. Let us know about it. At the very least, some of us might be able to acquire it somehow if they know exactly what they're doing. Maybe they could make it themselves, go above and beyond to get that piece. I like where we found this guy. This other guy in the back is not going to be able to hit us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack him first if I can. Actually, I can't, so I'm going to have to kill this guy. So let's do that first then. Come on. Yeah, not quite. Actually, not quite enough. So let's just let's hit him with our regular weapon. One more hit. There we go. Normally, I would say kill the guy in the back instead of the front, because he is going to he's going to hit you. And if there's more than one back there, the guy in the front blocks him. But in this situation, because there was only one more back there, it doesn't really matter who's in the front or who's not. I'm going to get hit regardless by one person. And yeah, so this worked out better in the end. And we killed them anyways, so there you are. Oh man, these guys are actually really easy now. Although I got to be careful, getting cocky, and my life is almost gone. So we got a healthy animal heart, biology 25. Let's come up here, take one more look around. Yep, nothing here. We're going to go back. We're going to go to town, heal up. I want to show you just how long of a run that is. Actually, it's really not that long of a run, to be honest. But you know, when you make it 10, 15, 20, 30 times, it starts to feel that way at least. And yeah, it kind of adds up time. What I ended up doing to take that fight on, just another little hint for you guys that may not be aware of it, is I went ahead and ate some food. And the food that I have is, you know, quite a bit different types of stuff that you can have. I went ahead and did the one that gave me Constitution so that I could get a little bit more on the hit point scale rather than like strength or agility. Each one does something different. And you may decide for your class that you want more agility, or you may want more dexterity or more strength for that fight. That's completely up to you. I did Constitution because when you're taking those hits, especially considering the fact that they stun you and you really don't get to attack whatsoever, having those extra few hit points sometimes means the difference between life and death. I mean, it really comes down to 1 or 2 hit points sometimes. I think the game kind of knows exactly how many hit points you have at your level and hits you just hard enough to tease you with, oh, maybe I could have survived if only I had 1 or 2 more hit points. And when you eat the food and it gives you like an extra 26, overall health, and then you leave that fight with, say, 25, it kind of confirms that you might have survived if you had just 1 extra or 2 extra hit points. It really, adds that illusion to it that maybe it's not as coincidental as you think it is. The programmers could have had some weird sick sense of humor to program those robots with, oh, he has 256 hit points. Make sure to hit him for 257 in one fight, in one turn, just to rub it in his face that, oh, look, he has the stun, and you're going to hate that stun. You're absolutely going to detest robots. There's people out there who have made some really, really cool builds, but they absolutely suck against robots. That is the Achilles heel of a lot of builds out there, and it kind of comes down to how often are you going to fight robots. Early stages, 35% of the time, maybe. I mean, it's not too often. There's a few situations where you're going to run into robots, and those are going to suck for you. But you can get past them with a little bit of skill, a little bit of strategy, and a lot of running back and forth, or a lot of health hypos if you happen to have a lot of those. I try to save mine for the situations where I know I'm going to need them, where you can't get away from the fight. Because there's situations out there like that where you're just going to be surrounded and there's no way you can run. There's no way you can go back to town to heal up because you're not leaving that screen intact until you take out a few of those guys. And then you're going to be wishing you had more health hypos for that. And so that's why I do these runs that I do. But yeah, it's just, you're really going to run out of those incredibly fast later on. But the robots, are one of those things where you're not going to run into them very often until in-game. And then I've heard on in-game, there was one expansion I heard that came out that is just nothing but robots. So, yeah, that's going to suck pretty bad for you, depending on what class you're playing. If you're playing the mage build, again, I'm going back to the mage build, and some of you are like, oh, I'm sick and tired of hearing this mage build. You make it sound so great. It is a fantastic build. Believe me, guys, it's fantastic. Fun to play, overpowered in so many ways, but it just decimates the robots if you have your points put into the right skill on that one. It's kind of fun, to be honest, when you're fighting robots, because you can stun them just as much as they can stun you, and it's really not that big of a deal anymore once you get to those guys. So if you're having trouble playing a certain build and you just can't get past those robots, my suggestion would be to not do what I'm doing, which is not even having my psi abilities, because I could go both ways. I could have an SMG build with a side or even a small side of psionics and still be able to kill the robots a lot easier, or at least having that leg up more than I do now. So yeah, just kind of consider that it's always an option. You don't necessarily have to go all guns. You can do a little bit of everything, and that may be something that I have to do later on as we fight more and more robots. I might just have to bite the bullet, so to speak, and just be like, okay, fine, I'll put some points into it. We'll go ahead and give this guy his his mage skills to some point, but I'm gonna see how long we can get away without actually even learning psionics. I don't know if that does anything. I don't know if there's, like, in the future you'll find an area that is only accessible by people who don't even have mage, or maybe you don't take as much damage from people who have mage because you don't have like any psionics for them to mess with. That would be kind of cool if they integrated that into the game, if that's not already a thing. But as far as I know, there's really no advantage to not learning it. I'm just doing it that way because I know myself. because you guys can already hear it when I talk about the mage thing. I absolutely love it. You know, that was a fantastic build, and I would be playing that now, actually, if the two versions were compatible, but the last update that they did for the actual game release wasn't compatible with the old save games. So I had to start over, and I figured, you know, hey, if I'm going to start over, I might as well go ahead and do a different class that I've never played before, one that actually sounds pretty fun too, because I don't want to put this one down at all. This is actually a really fun class as well, but if I had to pick between the two, I would go with the mage build, I think, at this moment. Maybe later on I'll change my opinion on that and go with something a little bit more challenging and overall in-game, because that's where they said this class really starts to shine, is in-game. You get some just amazing skills. Let me actually go ahead and save it here, because as I said, there's one more robot roaming around, and I'm not quite sure where he's going to be. Now, this is the path that I took last time. I came down this way, and you just kind of peek around this corner. There's actually a robot that will come into this area. You can just wait for him on this corner piece. But I just snuck around the corner, looked over here, and there was two robots. One over here, he kind of, you know, goes down this path, and then another one that goes down this path. And it just happened to get the attention of both of them at the same time. Normally, you want to take on one at a time. It's a lot easier to do, definitely a lot easier to do. And then come back, do the next robot, and then come back and get the third robot. Because the center area right over here is where you absolutely have to go to get the key. And all three robots tend to move in that direction. There's the camera, so if there is a robot over here, he's definitely going to see me. So let me go ahead and close the door to make sure he doesn't just sneak up on me at his leisure. And is there anything over here? The middle crate? What do we got? Ooh, throwing knife, and then what is this? Encyclopedia fragment. It's an oddity. It's hard to make out the faded out pictures and the dirt stained text. Mixed with the things you recognize are also alien looking landscapes and weird, often immense creatures. Study this item to gain 75 points of experience. You can study this type of item up to 8 times. And this is the very first time that we found that item, so that's kind of cool. No ventilation shafts down here, unfortunately, so let's come back this way. Ooh, lockpick 15. Well, we don't really need to waste a lockpick on this one, but if there is a robot standing over here, I would rather have the jump on him over here and drag him back towards the entrance than have to fight him over here in this room. Although, you could bring him into this room and then lock him in, close the door behind you, if you had enough action points to do so, and you managed to, you know, get that set up the right way. Maybe there isn't any more robots. He sees me, though. Let's come over here and check out the shelf. What is this? A thin grenade case? We'll take it. Mechanics 5. There is a secret hatch behind one of these areas that I should discover here in a minute if I have the right perception. There's the robot. You can see him over there. So let's go ahead and pick up the bolt trigger. Oh, crap. What on earth are you doing, dude? Why did you run over there? I know I clicked it by accident, but this is... yeah, this is going to spell doom right here, guys. He's going to stun me. And because I'm standing right in front of him, he's not even going to use his freaking grenade. He's going to just stun me with his taser. And I can't move. I absolutely cannot move. Ugh, I hate this guy. There he goes. And now I'm dead. Go ahead and end my turn because there's nothing I can do. And he's going to kill me here. Oh, jeez. I hate you. I hate you. Let me use my health hypo. And we're going to run it as fast and as far as possible. Oh, jeez. Leave me alone. Nope, no more... yeah, he's not hitting me with any more grenades, but I know he has at least one more. And he may toss it on me here in a second. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Come on, leave me alone, leave me alone. Oh, yes, right around the corner. Okay, so he cannot get to me in time. Nice. Okay, I love it. Leave me alone, leave me alone. Oh man, can I make it before he gets here? I don't think I can. Come on. He's coming. Yep, there he is. Okay, can we go up the stairs? I don't think I'll have enough action points. Yes, I did. Whew, okay. Now what do we do? Well, I just ran back to town. I don't feel like doing that again. So let's go ahead and break my rule of using a health hypo. I actually need to go up one more set of stairs for the turn to end. Now this is where you should run back to town. You absolutely should. But I'm going to break it because we're on camera. Usually I'll do this off camera where I run back to town. And we're going to go ahead and use that almost full life So let's go back downstairs. Now, by running to town and coming back, one of the extra benefits, other than using a health hypo, or not using a health hypo, I should say, is that he kind of loses track of you. So when you come back down here, there is an occasion where he doesn't know you're here. And he doesn't have the first shot. Oh, did he leave already? Oh, he left. That sucked. Oh, man. So not only is he not in position, but I got hit and I used a health hypo for absolutely no reason. That is just crap. Oh, man. Okay, well, I am going to have to wreck you later because that just sucked. Let's hope he doesn't come back down here while I'm looting this stuff. What do we got here? A bolt trigger. Okay, let's loot that. Let's come over here into the secret passage, which you can only find if you have the skill for it. Oh, yes. What do we get? 44 standard... Well, .44 standard round, 2 of them, and we got a throwing knife, as well as an old data medium, Oddity. It's a very old type of data medium. You can only wonder what's on it since you have no way to read it, and you can gain 75 points of experience, up to 5 times as the very first time we found it, and we got 2 health hypos, so kind of makes me feel a little bit better. That just evens us out, basically. I used 2 in that fight and didn't get any damage whatsoever to him, and yeah, that doesn't make me feel that much better. But that is an old 3.5 for those of you who are not aware of what that type of data medium looks like. That's something for the old gamers who used to play the games on those. In fact, they used to have like 15 or 20 of those. And then if you get me started on floppies, yeah, that's not... No, we're not going to go that far back. But supercharged lithium cell, I always need those. And these are warehouse inventory list. We've already discovered one. We're going to go ahead and do another one, and this will be the second out of 4, and 150 points of experience for that. So that's kind of nice right there. We have the ventilation shaft. We could definitely go through if we wanted to. Lockpicking is 25. I believe we should be able to open that up if we can manage not to run out of lockpicks here, man. We're getting very, very low. I'm going to have to run back to town whether I need the health or not just to get some more lockpicks. Burrower poison. Holy crap, this stuff is nasty when they use it on you. Be very, very cautious from this stuff right here. This poison was extracted from a poison gland or burrower creature. When injected into victim's bloodstream, it can cause severe damage. This thing can stack up to 5 times on a target, and it does something like 12 points of damage each turn, up to 5 times. And even when you leave the screen, it's still going to be doing damage to you. So it's possible to run away from a battle, have it save the screen, as you move from one area to another, have it save the game for you, and then get to the other side and not be able to use a health hypo in time. Maybe you used it in the battle and it needs like 5 seconds to recharge when you leave the screen, and you only have 4 seconds to live. Then you die. Or you don't have any on you and then you die. And you don't have a save game anywhere close to that because it just saved the game for you. So be very, very careful when you have poison on you. If you don't think you can get to the other side and use a health hypo in time, don't try it. Yeah, I've had it ruin like hours of work because I just didn't think about it ahead of time. A Mega ID card. This will be the 8th out of the 10th. This is another health hypo. We'll definitely take that. And we'll come over here into this room and look around. Now, it does have the camera in here. It's going to see me, but that's all right. We got the bolt, and we got the propaganda. Propaganda, 75 points of experience, and this will be the 3rd out of the 8 times we're allowed to take a look at that. And there he is right there, you little butt. Okay, so how do I want to do this? Let's come into here and see if I can close the door behind me. We'll end the turn. And what I think I'm going to do is actually fight him here. That way I can open and close the door as I need to. And there he is right there waiting for me. So I'm going to go ahead and do an aim shot on him. Come on. There we go. And then close the door. I don't have enough action points. So he's going to hit me as long as he doesn't stun me. And it didn't work because he used it and it didn't quite work on that one. So let me go ahead and end the turn here. And I'm waiting for my aim shot to come back. That's why I'm doing it this way right here. There we go. One more turn. Okay, now I can open it up. He's going to get the first shot. No, actually, I'm going to get the first shot. So let me go ahead and smack him in the face. There we go. Not too bad of a strategy. Now let me go ahead and end it. Oh, man, he's doing some damage. He's doing a lot of damage. Close the door. I'm going to use a health hypo. Even though I hate doing that. I absolutely hate doing that. Let's go ahead and end the turn again. This may take 1 or 2 tries more for opening the door and closing it. Probably 2 more, to be honest. So let's see. Is it back? Yeah, it's back. Okay, let's open the door. Do this. Oh, man. Come on. Okay, since I cannot close the door, I might as well hit him for everything I have. That's all I can do right there for that turn. That's not too bad. Okay, let's close the door. I could always use a bandage. If I didn't want to wait, I could always use a bandage instead of getting down below 40% health. Or if I had the skill, I could use a bandage down past 40%. I just don't have that skill point yet. I didn't use that talent. Let's see. No, maybe 2 more times. This one and one other. Yeah, there we go. Can I hit him again? I can. There we go. Oh, fantastic. I might be able to do it with just a couple more shots with my regular weapon. Oh, and I'm incapacitated. Of course. Of course he chooses that moment. This might actually kill me, guys. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, crap. Okay, close the door. Use a health hypo. There we go. Holy crap. That was close. That was really close, guys. Okay, I got it back. Now you are going to die. Yes! Fantastic. Holy man. I do not want to get that close again in a battle. Oh, man. Yeah, so these guys are tough. Even when you have the upper hand and you can use a technique like that, very, very tough. And you can see right here, flashbang, that's what he's using on you. It's a grenade. These grenades are used to temporarily neutralize the combat effectiveness of enemies by disorienting their senses. And basically what it does when it says use is incapacitates everyone caught in the blast for 2 turns unless they resist the effect. Incapacitated targets will also immediately lose sight of you, allowing you to easily hide from them. So if you're a rogue and you want to go into stealth, I guess this is a good way to do that. Electronic scraps 2, metal scraps 6, and then of course 9mm standard rounds, and you only get 4 of those. So we're going to take that. But that was the last guy, as far as I know. I think that was the last guy we're going to run into. So not much to worry about. Hacking skill 30, so we're going to hack that. Remember, there is a Rat Hound on the other side of this door, so if you're very low on your life after all these battles, to go ahead and give yourself a little bit of life before you come in here. Come on, go in. There we go. Let's see. Can I use this? Maybe. There we go. Oh, didn't quite do it. There, I think we missed a couple of shots in there, actually, because the angle wasn't quite right. We only had a 50% chance of killing him, or hitting him, I should say. Adrenal gland, biology 40. What else do we have in here? Shelves. The Omega ID cards will be the 9th one out of 10, so we can only get 1 more of those guys. That's not exactly all that great. Okay, we're not going to spend any extra, energy, basically, because you have to use energy to open those up. It's not like a lockpick that you can just buy. You have to find those lithium cells or buy them, I guess, but they're really expensive, and I wouldn't suggest doing that. Hacking 50. I don't believe we have the hacking skill for that. No, only up to 33. So if you try to click on it, it just won't do it. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't use the energy. 20 out of 30. Yeah, insufficient. Let's see. What is the hacking skill on this one? 50 as well. I think I came back at once. Yeah, I think I came back once on one of my other playthroughs just to see what was in there. I don't think there was anything fantastic. A few things that you might want to check out, but nothing really all that great. Let's see, what are we getting here? Oh, this would have come in handy. Holy crap, guys. Emp Grenades. Fantastic to use against these robots. All automatrons caught in the blast take 30 to 45 electrical damage. This damage bypasses resistance and shields and are stunned for 2 turns. All targets also have their electronic equipment immediately drained of all energy and receives electrical damage equal to 50% of energy drain. That would have done tremendous amounts of damage to these things, and I should have had that. I should have come over here and grabbed that. I didn't even know that was there. Oh, man. Let's see. Lockpicking 30? Yeah, we can do that. 2 more? That's all we have. Just 1 more after this for our lockpicks, and then I have to go back and get some more. Come on, what are we going to get? Ooh, nice. That's a nice little haul. Serrated bolt. We got 6 rounds of 7.62. We'll put that to good use. Burr or poison bolt. Those are... We're most likely going to sell those because I'm not using a crossbow on this playthrough. 8.6 millimeter W2C rounds, we'll definitely save those. There's 3 of them. And the side booster, we're going to go ahead and sell because we're not using that either. Now, you have the little desk over here, which you can loot. It has one more ID for the Omega cards. This will be the last one, number 10. 75 points out of that one. No more can we study that. But something you might not be aware of is these little monitors on the wall. If you click on each and every one of them, it will show you the camera angle that that is for that screen right there. So you can actually watch and see where the robots are going, whether there's any rat hounds there or any enemies there, and plan your movement accordingly. Unfortunately, this isn't a multiplayer game, so you can't have somebody sit there and be like, okay, he's there, go, 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 go. You know, like that would be cool if it was, but you kind of have to figure out which directions they go in what order and then try to do it without them seeing you. Oh, nice. Galvanized vest. Quality 28, tailoring 22, and electronics 7. I do have the skill for making these things, so that's really nice we got that. Electromagnetic deflector. A device used to deflect and redirect electromagnetic waves. It's most often used in creating cloaking field emitters. Quality 16, electronics 12. I never really got a cloaking emitter or a field generator emitter for my last playthrough, but that is something you definitely want to get. I've seen players with it, and it's freaking amazing. So pick this stuff up, hold on to it, don't sell it. Adaptive lenses, mechanics 15, electronics 15. Let's see, electromagnetic field stabilizer component to limit and stabilize them. I don't know what that's used for. And then, of course, we got an energy pistol frame. And the frame mixed in with the barrel is going to give you the type of, round that you're using. This is going to tell it what type of weapon. This is a pistol frame. If you had an SMG frame or a sniper frame, that tells it what type of weapon overall, but not what type of, caliber is going to be going in there. That's the, barrel that you need. So we'll take all of that. Those are fantastic. Another one of these bolt triggers required for crossbows. I'm not, again, using those, so that's not really a thing. This man was killed recently. That's kind of cool. It tells you that. Rubber sole. Those are for your shoes if you're going to make some. Boxes. What do we got here? Propaganda pamphlet. This is going to be number 4 out of 8. And then, of course, some more throwing knives, which I've never really used, so we might have to try that at some point. Ooh, a dead rat hound. Let's check this out. And you can hear the flies. You can actually see the flies all over this thing. Quality 26, tailoring 20. Another healthy animal heart. Those animal hearts actually weigh quite a bit, so be very cautious when you pick them up. You may decide that you don't want to have them all on you at once, or you may have to go back to the town and deliver that stuff. But mainly what you're looking for is this guy right here. They put him directly underneath a security camera. So unless you destroy this camera, and of course if you attack it, immediately upon attacking it, the robots will know you're here. So you're going to need to attack this robot, leave zone, and then come back in stealth, and then you can loot this thing. But since 2 or 3 of the robots that are in this area, actually track through this area right here, not really going to be viable. Like, you're going to have to destroy 1 or maybe 2 of them before you can get in here, or just make a very quick run for it and hope that your luck holds out. It's possible, but very, very difficult. We got gasoline. Again, that's kind of heavy as well, 3 pounds. 7.62 millimeter Hawker. It's a handgun, so I'm not going to use it, but the damage is nice, 821. 7.62 millimeter standard rounds. Definitely will take 21 of those. And the emergency hatch key from the GMS. This key should unlock the emergency hatch somewhere in the GMS compound. So we'll definitely take all of that. Let's see. Okay. We will come back down here. Yeah, I guess we got everything on the 4th floor here. And I think, guys, what we're going to do is in the episode, actually, before we do, let's come up here because I didn't show you what was down over here. And that's actually a dead end. But before we end the episode, I kind of want to show you that. Because if we go down this hatch, this starts... I don't want to give anything away, but it starts a whole nother mission area that is kind of long, and there's a lot to it, and I want to make sure we have plenty of time to get all of that done on the episode without, kind of ending it halfway through. Let's see, can we get through this? Lockpicking 20, that's going to be my last lockpick, guys, my last one. And then I will run back to town in between this episode and the last one, get healed up even though I don't really need it, and buy some more lockpicks and see if I can sell some of this stuff and get some more rounds of ammo for the next area that's coming up. We got 2 bolts and 1 flare. Nice, not too bad. And of course, you got some rubble over here, but you can't do anything with it. It's not one of those types of rubbles that you can detonate later on, so you don't really need to remember. Was there something there in the corner? No, just garbage right there. Nothing that you can do anything with. But again, guys, I want to thank you all for watching. If you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. Also, if you happen to see something that I forgot to pick up, or maybe you know about something that I don't know about yet, because I'm, like I said, not an expert. I have played the game a couple of times, but you know, everybody misses something at some point, and it's interesting to see what you guys catch that I miss, and it's interesting to see what I catch that you guys miss, because some of you have said that I've kind of helped you out in some areas, so I definitely appreciate that, guys. And until next time.